Good morning. Good morning. It's 4 a.m. I'm at LA Fitness, getting ready to go inside, get my exercise on once they open the gym up. I was listening to something this morning that resonated with me pretty strong. And if you heard something once, you've heard it a million times. But there's certain points that you're going to be at in your life where you're going to hear it again, and it's going to mean something totally different. There's books, there's literature that I go back through, and I get something different at it because my life is at a different point. But this man made a simple observation and a comment on it, and simply stated is from the moment you're born, you automatically start dying. Now, I don't know what that means to anybody listening to this, but what that means to me, it means that our time is limited. What we can do is limited. And with that said, if we can earn all the money in the world, we can have all the material possessions in the world, we could sleep with all the women in a man's case, or all the men in a woman's case, we can marry, divorce, we could have kids, we could go on all the vacations, unlimited jet flights. If we can do all these things, but yet the one thing we cannot do is get back time, then the challenge kind of presented itself is how many seconds in the day do you have to waste? How many minutes? How many hours? How many days? How many weeks? How many months? How many years do you have to waste not pursuing who or what you want to be? I get that because I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of suppression. I'm guilty of holding back. I'm guilty of not telling them the truth. I'm guilty of not living my life to the fullest. I'm guilty of everything I've ever spoke about. And I take responsibility. But how does me taking responsibility and control of my life help you? Well, it could help you simply by seeing that it's possible, right? Because that's how I got started. I looked at other people and seen that it was possible, and it gave me courage, it gave me strength. And I said, okay, I can do this. From the moment you live, you're dying, and you can't stop it. The only thing you can do is live the best possible life you can live, the happiest life you can live. Don't take that for granted. I'll never forget when I was told about this old man that was in this, he may have been in a hospice or a rest home, and I was told that he just kept crying. The person who told me this may be watching it, but I was told this story years ago, 20 years ago. They couldn't tell me why he was crying, but I knew. And I've always known. He was crying because his body was physically unable to give him what his mind wanted back. The ability to follow his dreams. When you can't turn time back, regret weighs the world. Whew. Regret weighs the world. I'm moving closer and closer into my zone of not regretting by laying it all out. And it's not easy. But if you want to live a full, fulfilling life, you're going to have to. So I'm going to go inside, get my exercise on, because that's a part of my evolution, part of my growth, part of my process. Stay blessed. Talk soon.